Hi everyone. I have to say, what an honor it is to be standing up here at 16 years old in front of all these amazing warriors who are fighting non-stop every minute of the day to bring an end to the largest genocide of innocent beings our planet has ever known. Really what an honor it is for all of us to have the privilege, the opportunity to be born into a human body which has the ability to change the world. How lucky we are not to have been born into the body of anyone else. Because truthfully, aren't we all just souls? Regardless of our species, aren't we all just earthlings? Can a cow, pig, dog, or rat not suffer, feel, understand, and want to live? They only ask us for a few basic necessities. To be delivered from suffering, to be treated with compassion, and to be delivered from suffering. And yet we deny them. We lock them away in cold, dark laboratory cages. We use dominance and fear to force them to perform for us, and we use them in windowless sheds like screws and bolts in a machine to be tortured and slaughtered for their flesh and secretions. Everywhere we look, clueless consumers are being duped into eating animals, wearing animals, using products which have been tested on animals, and otherwise exploiting them. It's a seemingly endless cycle of viciousness, growing and growing infinitely with no end in sight. But that's not true. We are the end of animal exploitation. We are the change that everyone has been waiting for. 150 years ago, all of these beautiful people gathered here today would have been speaking out for the human slaves that no one else gave a second thought to. 100 years ago, we would have been rallying for women's rights to vote or to stop abuse of the disabled. Why? Because animal rights is the social justice issue of our time. Animal rights is the final battle to extend our circle of compassion to all living beings. We were not given a voice to keep it to ourselves, to let it fade away in the silent shadows of oppression. We were given a voice to scream out the truth of justice to the world, to wake up our generation, to cause revolutions. And even if you feel as though no one is listening to your voice, as though it echoes back to you in the darkness, know that you will always be a glowing light in that darkness. And no matter how much they try to avoid it, people will always flock towards light. Your small glowing light will inspire those around you to spark flames of their own, and you will start a wildfire, engulfing the world in kindness, compassion, and gentleness, destroying injustice with love. People ask me, how could you dedicate your entire life to animals? And I always have the same answer. How could you not if you knew the truth? The truth is such an empowering thing. Not only will the truth set you free, but the truth is the only thing that can set the animals free. And so we must continue to spread the truth. No matter what happens, no matter how vulnerable, how isolated we feel, we must continue to spread the truth. Because humans, just like all other beings, are good at heart. That's why we tell our children stories in which the good guy always wins, why we as a society always root for the underdog. And so I promise you that if we give the world the truth, the world will change so quickly that no one will have ever seen it coming. Planet Earth will once again be a garden. Oppression will be history. Compassion and kindness will always overrule greed and desire. So let's give them the truth and let freedom reign.